Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill. Welcome to Suncoast FYI. Joining me today are Alicia Brito with the Bauer Foundation, Richard Carlisle from Can Community Health, Pastor Edward Quarry Jr. from the True Vine Missionary Baptist Church, and Maria Lyle Photography. All next on Suncoast FYI. The local nonprofit Bauer Foundation has helped many around the Suncoast, and Alicia Brito is here to tell us more about their upcoming events and the new scholarship program. Welcome to the program,
Thank you
Alicia.
for having us.
So please tell us about your foundation and how it started.
Great, yeah. So our foundation is called the Bauer Foundation, and it started really just by my family and a group of local businessmen and women years ago who just had a passion for giving back and helping solve unmet needs in our local communities. It started just as a group of us getting out there and finding ways that we can contribute to the community, which started in our first event, helping put new pairs of shoes on children in need feet during Christmas time. From there, it just grew to more and more events, from feeding the homeless to scholarship opportunities. And in 2016, we turned it into an official nonprofit 501c3.
Wonderful.
So that we can give our donors that tax write-off and make sure that we were putting as much money as possible straight into the different projects in the community.
Okay. Well, it's interesting when you say, you know, you gave the children, or you're giving the children shoes for Christmas.
Yeah.
I watched one of the videos, and it was just so lovely, because part of what you were saying was a lot of these kids don't even get anything else for Christmas or for the holiday. And to give them a new pair of shoes, how wonderful. So thank you.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you for helping so many of our
and it
local
was just
children.
one of those things we saw that during holiday times, obviously that's the time of year when everyone tries to come together as a community to help those in need and those around them. And you oftentimes seeing toys and food and all of those needs being met. But a big need for children, especially it's Christmas time, they'll be going back to school, the weather's getting colder, is having a decent pair of shoes to have on their feet. And it was just something that wasn't being met, and something we really wanted to put an effort into.
Okay, now is that the largest event that you hold?
That's the largest event that we do. So it started out the first year we did it, we helped 175 local kids in our community get a new pair of shoes. Last year, our 7th year doing it, we helped 800 kids. And it's our goal this year now to put shoes on the feet of 1,000 children in need.
Okay, and where do the shoes come from?
So we actually partner with Walmart. So we partner with Walmart and a local church and the community homeless centers in Bradenton and Sarasota. The children actually get to come to Walmart and they get a $20 voucher. We really wanted to put an effort on allowing the kids to have that experience of picking out the shoes on their own. So they get to go up and down the aisles, pick what they want, and a lot of times the children are able to get 1, 2, 3 pairs of shoes, socks, as much as they can for that $20 voucher, and nothing beats that experience of seeing the smile on their face.
I'm sure. I can feel it. I can feel it. So in addition to that, I know you're going to have something in July that'll be on your website. So it's going to be called?
Yeah, so last year we started our first annual Red, White, and Blue barbecue, where on the 4th of July we go out and we partnered with the Joseph Storehouse Restoration Center. And we had hot dogs, hamburgers, soda, we had the Kona ice truck, a number of volunteers and sponsors out there, and we helped provide a barbecue for 4th of July for homeless. So often you see different events going on, and that's a day where us as a community, everyone, you go together with your family and your friends, you're going to the beach or to barbecues, and we have such a huge population in both Manatee and Sarasota County of homeless individuals that aren't being met on a day like that. So we really wanted to bring that community together and show them that we are there for them and there to support and just kind of bring everyone together.
That's beautiful. Do you need volunteers to help you?
We do. So
events?
We are 100% volunteer based. So we have no paid volunteers, no paid workers. Everyone is just on a volunteer basis. So we're always looking to have new volunteers to join with us, new ideas, and just the hands to help us on the ground make these events come to life.
Okay, and that'll all be on your website where they can find this information.
Yep. We put everything on our website, and then we also put out press releases, and we partner with a lot of the local news stations to make sure we get the word out ahead of the event.
Okay, and we wanted to talk about the scholarship programs
Yeah.
before we leave. Can you tell us about that?
So last year we started our first scholarship program. The Bauer Foundation obviously was started by my family, so there's 3 of us, the sisters, Bauer sisters. And so last year we each partnered with our local high school that we each graduated from, which was Braden River High School, Lakewood Ranch High School, and Lakewood High School in St. Petersburg. And we looked to find a graduating high school senior that not only excelled academically, but had exemplary community service, a passion for getting out there and getting involved and really trying to make a difference in their local communities. So we honor and give a $500 scholarship last year, and we just did ours this year as well to 3 students who are continuing education at a local high school or a college or university.
Okay, and how can the students qualify for this?
Yep, so we have a scholarship program that we put out. We reach with the schools and we put out the applications so that the students can find it. We also advertise it in local media and on our website.
On your website,
But basically they just have to be a graduating high school senior who's pursuing a further education that could be anywhere in the state or out of the state. They have to have at least 150 hours of community service, and then we ask them to write an essay kind of explaining their passion for volunteering, why they find it so important and the difference that they could make, and why they think other students their age should be getting involved in high school or even before that in their local communities.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
really,
thank you for
all
having
do.
us.
Next on Suncoast FYI, we take a look at the Can Community Health's new facility and what it means to the future of keeping Suncoast residents HIV and AIDS free. Welcome back. Can Community Health is helping bring essential services throughout the state of Florida to those living with HIV and other STDs. CEO of Can Community Health, Richard Carlisle, joins us now. It's a pleasure to have you on the program.
Well, thank you.
And I know that Can is also what you go by, but the Can Community Health, you service a lot of different conditions that people may have, not just HIV or STDs. Can you tell our viewers about those and some of the others that you do, Richard?
Maybe it'd be good just 30 seconds to say what we started out as an AIDS service organization, and that's when HIV was rapidly progressing to AIDS. And we were taking care of those people, and honestly, a lot of those people died. Today, because of the effective drug regimens that we have, people are living with HIV. So we obviously treat all of those people that live with HIV, a full continuum of services, both social and clinical. And then we've expanded to include all the STDs, including Hep C, which is now part of our business as well.
Okay. One of the things that I like that you just said is people living with HIV. A lot of people live with different conditions, and you don't want to put that negative spin on people are dying with HIV.
Exactly.
People are living with cancer, people are living with HIV, and you're helping them do that.
Yeah, I'm actually glad you said it that way too, because one of the things that we're really battling in our space that we work in is the stigma attached to HIV. And it is true, exactly what you just said. People are living with HIV. It is no different than any other disease that people are living with. We need to treat these people with dignity and respect.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, we have something a little more bright to talk about. You're moving, congratulations.
Thank you.
There is an iconic building on Fruitville that you're relocating to?
That's correct.
Is that happened yet, or is that in the works?
We have now purchased the building, and we're in the process of starting some renovations. We have to do some modifications to the building to support our staff. That will take about 6 months, so by the end of the year we should occupy the building.
Okay, and what iconic building is it? Will we
This
recognize
is this is the building on Fruitville Road. It's the address is 4440.
Okay.
It won a lot of design awards. It's a modern, iconic building just east of McIntosh and Fruitville.
Okay. Now, why the move, and what will be happening to your existing location, Rick?
Well, our existing location was originally our first clinic, and over the years, as we added administrative staff and support staff, we located in that building as well. We just reached way beyond capacity of that building. I leased space across the street 2 years ago. We're out of space there. In fact, I've been the CEO 3 years. When I started, we had 34 employees, and we have over 200 now.
Oh my gosh. So how many locations do you actually have on the Suncoast, and do you go outside of the Suncoast area, outside of Florida?
Well, we have a location here, Northport, also numerous locations in Clearwater, Tampa, St. Pete, 8 to be total. We have an outreach location in Palmetto, 30 locations in all around the state and South Carolina, and we have quite a few in the development stage too.
Okay, well, good point, in the development stage. So your short-term goal, long-term goal, 5 years, 10 years, what do you see happening?
You know, people don't understand that HIV is at an all-time record height as far as the prevalence and the expansion of the virus. And it's a shame because we're not doing enough as a people, as a community, to do something about this. If you look, you can do a Google search, HIV prevalence, and you will see all through the southeast and up the northeast part of the country, there's a major problem. And stigma plays a large part of that. We have taken it upon ourselves to do something about that. We're in South Carolina now. I just got back from Virginia last night. We're going to have a new partnership in Virginia.
Wonderful.
We have states all through the southeast and going up the northeastern coast targeted.
Okay, great. Well, you've got a lot on your plate, and I know you can handle it. So
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Where can our viewers go to find out more?
They can go to our website, which is cancommunityhealth.org, or certainly come see us at 12th and Tuttle. That's our main headquarters right now.
Okay, great. Thank you again for being here.
Well, thank you.
A Suncoast church is celebrating their 100th anniversary, so that's next. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. True Vine Missionary Baptist Church is celebrating their 100th anniversary throughout the month of May, and we are joined now by Pastor Edward Query. Yes? Did I pronounce your name correctly?
It's Query, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's begin with the mission and the purpose of your church, and obviously it must be outstanding because you've been here 100 years.
Oh, thank you so much. We're so excited to be celebrating the 100 years, and our mission and purpose has been the same for 100 years, and that is to make a difference in the community in which we find ourselves with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Okay, so what is your mission?
Our mission is to provide a place to where individuals can be empowered and encouraged to reach their full potential and purpose through Jesus Christ and His gospel, His death, burial, and resurrection.
Okay.
And that's why we come together.
Okay, so what do you think the basic factors are that have contributed to the longevity? I mean, why 100 years? I mean, that's amazing.
I would say, first and foremost, we give glory to God for His wisdom, we believe, in placing us there for that long and sustaining the church. There have been many ups and downs throughout, those 100 years, but He's been the constant. And our theme has been, Jesus is the same today, yesterday, and forever.
And 1,000 years ago.
Yes.
So what are the unique factors that make True Vine special?
I would say perseverance and faith. The individuals who are there are persevering in their faith in Jesus Christ in spite of obstacles around them. It's kind of easy to have faith when everything is going exactly how you want it.
Right.
But we have individuals who are there who have lost grandchildren, a young man who lost his dad to gun violence, but he's there and he finds a place of peace even in his pain. A young lady who was a victim of gun violence, and she's in a wheelchair, but she's praising God.
Yep.
Individuals there who were there 80 years ago, and they're still there.
Oh my gosh, that's what I was
pressing
going to
their
say.
way.
When you came on, I said, How's it feel to be 100?
Right.
You look pretty good for your age. Now, you just had a big celebration this past week,
Yes.
celebrating the 100th anniversary, and you now have a DVD out?
Yes.
It's basically a documentary. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
It is a beautiful documentary just highlighting the faith of the members and looking at the history and even looking forward to the potential and the promise that we are looking forward to as far as impacting that community for Jesus Christ.
But it goes back to the beginning, how the church started and who the founders were.
Yes, and there are individuals on that documentary who they're talking about their husbands in the 30s would leave work after a long day's work and go to the church and help to actually build the edifice that is there. So it's so
dedication and love. Now the community celebrated in this, and I'm sure it was spectacular.
Yes.
So now we have to wait another 100 years to have another one, right?
And we hope to be around.
Yeah. Now, what is the role of you as pastor?
My role as pastor is to clearly articulate the Bible, the Word of God, to the members, not to be above them, but and not more important than them, but just come alongside and serve in the Word of God. And a successful Sunday is not when they come and say that was a great preacher, but when they come and say what a great God, what a great Christ that we have. That's.
Where can our viewers go to find you, Pastor?
Well, certainly on our website, truevinechurch.com. We are there at the corner of Newtown every Sunday at 10:30, lifting up the name of Jesus Christ.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Want to take a perfect picture? Maybe even the perfect selfie? Well, don't go far. Marie Lyle stops by to teach us some new photography tricks. Welcome back. Ever want to take a perfect picture? How about that perfect selfie? Maria Lyle joins us now to discuss some photography tips. Well, I certainly need some.
Don't we all?
Oh gosh. So you're here to help us. Let's start though with your photography. How did you become involved in photography, and what type of photography do you do?
I became involved in photography once upon a time when a friend of the family gave me a little clicker back in Chile, where I'm from, and so I started doing photos of all my friends down there, and I spent all my money little bit that I made in babysitting to print the photos. And then when I came to Sarasota, I started to work for a local camera store, and then I became a photographer by going out on location to work with as an assistant. And so I really loved the photography, the commercial side of things.
And you worked with Sarasota groups before opening up your own studio?
Yes, I actually did a lot of assisting. That's how I learned the craft of photography.
So what's the trick on doing selfies?
Well, the biggest thing is lighting, number one, and knowing your phone more than anything else. You have a grid on your phone. If you don't know how to do that, I can show you later how to do that. Also, when you're about to take a photo, you have an adjustment on your phone to make it lighter or darker. And
right on the screen.
Right on the screen. This is for the iPhone. I'm an iPhone user, but I'm sure the Androids also have that feature. And then, of course, having a selfie stick, that also helps with a little remote. And I also recommend, and I have this little thingy because I've run out of juice, so now I'm charging my phone, which is a great thing to have when you're traveling or you're coming over here to be interviewed. But the biggest thing is that this allows you to look down at you,
which is a better angle, right?
Better angle, and you can move this little stick anywhere you want to, and further, so you can accommodate a larger group. And if you have a little, wide-angle lenses.
Yeah.
You can put them on the camera on the phone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And the other way of taking a selfie is with I've seen these before.
Yes, and what's nice about this is that you can put them anywhere.
Anywhere.
Maybe even a very small, like a branch, you know.
Sure.
In a pinch, you can do that and put it on your handlebar on your bicycle, for example.
And then just
yes,
set the automatic timer.
No, you have the remote.
You
I have all the little gadgets.
remote.
Yeah, you hook it up to your phone and it's Bluetooth, so it's perfect for that.
Okay, and where do you get all these little gadgets?
You can get them on Amazon. I'm sure Best Buy has them as well, or Camera Store perhaps. So yeah, it's all about the tools.
All right. So the best selfie is hold it high.
Hold it high. The biggest thing is be comfortable with yourself. Be comfortable under your skin, you know.
Okay.
And just be natural. Don't try to be somebody else that you're not. And you know, and those usually get the best, the best results, if you will.
Okay. So what are some other tips that you would give in general, Maria, about taking good photographs?
The best thing to do is to look for a source of light. As photographers, we paint with light. That's basically what we do. So if you have a nice soft lighting coming through a window, north side, for example, if you're doing a lot of things in your house, you know, or open shade, that's a good light source. That is the best and only recommendation I would give for anyone. If you have sunspots coming through where, for example, you know, it's very bright in one side of your face but not in the other areas, you know, that's a bad photograph no matter how you try to fix it, unless you move to a better lighting situation.
Okay. So tools that you would recommend: the selfie stick, okay, the charger.
The charger.
Now, how long will that hold a charge?
Well, this will charge my phone, for example, up to 4 times. So I charge the phone originally at home, for example, and then when I travel, this is a perfect tool.
So that's good to take with you when you're traveling.
Yeah. And if you travel abroad, it's also a good idea to have these little guys. You know, you can charge multiple. You know, this is for Europe, for example.
And
England.
you can get those online as well?
Anywhere, yeah. I have had quite a few. I bought them a long time ago. So yeah, Amazon. Whenever you travel, that's a perfect thing to have.
Okay, great. Well, we're ready to take some selfies.
All right, let's do that. So here we are, and I see you there, and there you go, smile.
Bye, Maria.
Click, click.
Oh, the weekend is almost here. If you're looking for something to do, we have a few suggestions when we come back right after the break. Coming up this weekend on the Suncoast, it's the Venice Brew Bash with over 60 craft and imported beers. Tickets will be on sale at the door, and it runs from 3 to 7 this Saturday at the Venice Community Center. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call us at 941-361-4333. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com under Programming. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.